So I'm here with Anna Babineaux. She is a proud supporter of Inspiration Church, and we're so thankful to have her because she's allowed us to go further faster. She is in mortgages, both on the real estate side and commercial properties. And so we want to ask her a couple of questions that will dispel a couple of myths and also allow us to be more educated on the home buying process. All right? So, Anna, do you have anything that you would like to say to the people?
Well, I'd love to say hello and thank you for the opportunity. And I love the cheerfulness in the office as you guys hang around. We're always so down to business.
We come in and say, hello, hey, and how are you? So that's great. So one of the things that some people are scared of or they are a little iffy about is the credit score. So what is the magic number to be able to get a home, both for conventional and FHA? Are those different?
FHA actually doesn't have a credit score requirement.
Okay.
But what we find is that our investors won't buy our paper unless we have at least a 580 credit score.
Okay.
The tightening of the interest rates is also tightening the credit scores. So even though we might be getting someone to a 600 to 620, we are finding that we might have to help you get even a little further, maybe to a 640, so that we can make sure we're optimizing on your cash, because the lower our score, the cost, which is discount points, to get the current market rate, can be really expensive. And we help people by running free analyzers, meaning that once we have a file and we've been able to put credit, we can analyze how can we help the individual raise their credit score specifically to get a mortgage. It won't apply if they're going to buy a car or they're going to get a credit card. We might even have instruction that they might need to get a credit card. But we're going to give them specific steps, and sometimes the steps can happen in a month. Sometimes we've worked on it for a year or two, and we've been successful in being able to help people get into homes, and that's is free of charge. There's not a, coming and analyzing is setting a core base for us to help a person down the road.
So basically the time is now to start looking. It's time to seek a professional. If you want to move into a house in the near future, start today, and that way you'll know if you can be in next month or next year, but at least you've taken that next step. And so the whole process is free to get
it
them.
Is totally free.
Wow.
And we only make money if you continue to work with us when you do buy your house. So once your loan is closed, then we do see a paycheck. So we're hoping that as we provide assistance to individuals that they know, love, and trust us through that process, and that they have been successful, and that they stick with us for the home buying as well.
That's good. That's good. So there are two different loan products, right? So you have FHA and you have conventional. What qualifies us for conventional or disqualifies us from FHA? Are there any things that are there that we need to know about?
Well, FHA and VA are affectionately called government. And that's just by the nature of the way that they're structured. And FHA is probably your most forgiving loan product. So often first-time home buyers will start with an FHA loan because it's a lower down payment, 3.5%. A seller can contribute up to 6% of the purchase price in cost. So a buyer can literally get into a home for 3.5%. With the right realtor and the right combination of putting the pieces of the puzzle together. For conventional, it's a very good product, but it typically requires that 5% down, so that little bit more down, and a seller can only contribute up to 3% in cost. So that means more cash is coming out of our pocket. But the conventional product is a good product for people that understand I've got cash. And I don't want private mortgage insurance forever. And so down the road, if they're going to occupy for a while, up to 8 years, private mortgage insurance will drop on a conventional loan that will never drop on that FHA product. Unless you're putting 10% down. Which again, you would probably go over to the conventional side because it's just a better product.
Okay, that makes sense. So PMI is
it's a hot topic because it can add on an FHA loan, couple $100,000 in price. You've got PMI $150 to $200. So, and people don't have calculators for that. So when they're going to the web and they're estimating what's my payment going to be,
it's not in there.
It's not in there. So it kind of blows people away a little bit.
Okay.
And what I always recommend is that if you're trying to determine what's my payment going to be, go back to the old school rule, 1%. So if I'm going to have a $200,000 mortgage, $2,000 is the magic number monthly.
Okay.
It's really simple math, and it helps you that if we're down a little bit, you know, because taxes are cheaper, or insurance is cheaper, or the rate is cheaper. Then you're under 2,000. Yeah, you can do your little dance. But otherwise, it's like it's pretty much on target.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, okay, so say I am I got about $1,200 a month that I'm spending to rent an apartment. Can I use that money to get into a house? And will a house note be exorbitantly greater than that? Or is that a good number for some folks? Or what will that get me in this market?
It gets you on the 1% rule, $120,000.
Okay.
Which is doable.
Okay.
There are houses available. We actually have closed new home purchases, I want to say as low as $90,000.
Okay.
And not had a bad house, a nice house, comfortable house, but no children. You know, it was a senior couple that needed something a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So it's really identifying what can you afford in your budget, and although a lot of people get qualified, and the qualification says you can afford $200,000.
Okay.
The reality is, how does $2,000 feel on your budget?
Coming out every month.
Because our goal is to help you be successful.
Right.
And even though you qualify, we're going to help you protect yourself.
Okay.
You know, we have a lot of people that come to us and say, well, I've got qualified for $115,000. And it's like, but that's $2,100 in a payment. And your budget is saying that that's 55% of your gross income.
Right.
So you don't have much money to live
Right.
on.
Yeah.
And we don't want you to be house poor.
Yeah.
We want you to be happy
Yeah.
and enjoy your children, enjoy your family.
Right.
Buy the house that really fits the budget well.
Okay.
Sometimes there's extenuating circumstances, and when I know those circumstances, so an example of that would be that we might have another source of income that we're not counting.
Okay.
So, okay, and you might also have, we are huge in the oil and gas industry,
Right.
many of which get a lot of overtime.
Okay.
And I usually don't start qualifying people with overtime.
Right. 'Cause it's not
Overtime
guaranteed.
should be for you worked extra. That should be for a prize.
Right.
You know, you're taking a family trip, or you're, you know, doing something special for the family.
Okay.
And so I try not to use those numbers, but knowing that I've got them will allow me to feel more comfortable in your success to buy and not be house poor.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So what about people that are paid in cash? Because we have some people out there that, you know, that's they're paid in cash and their money's not traced or trackable. What do you say to that individual? Can they not get a house, or what do they have to do to maybe qualify for that?
I'm going to assume that if someone's paid in cash, they're probably self-employed.
Okay.
Okay. Examples of self-employed people that are paid in cash: lawn service, a lot of lawn service, nail techs, hair salons. There are a lot of individuals that are basically contract people.
Okay.
Okay, and because they're contract, they will file their tax returns identifying those self-employed numbers.
Okay.
So if you're reporting your income, whether it's cash or checks or whatever you're receiving, you have to be self-employed for 2 years to purchase a home. If you're self-employed for more than 5 years, we actually can use 1 year tax return in most cases to analyze your income, which basically is what did you file in last year's tax return, divide it by 12, and that's your monthly income.
Okay.
Okay. In the under 5-year category, 2 years to 5, it's 2 years of tax returns, and we average 24 months.
Okay.
So if we're just starting off in a business, and if we're lean in that first year,
Right.
that could be pretty hurtful.
Okay.
But if we really had a strong year consistently for 2 years, establishing a benchmark
Right.
of that amount, then that's pretty easy to follow because it's just doing the math.
Okay, so we're able to get that. Now, Anna has a rap song that I want you guys to hear. It's awesome. And the first time I heard it, I was so amazed. I didn't know she had those type of skills. So she's going to give us her spiel. You guys enjoy this as much as I enjoy it every time she says it.
Anna Babineaux is my name, your neighborhood mortgage lender, one and the same. For real results and personal attention, call me at Guild Mortgage, no apprehension. I close your home loans, you move in. As you refer me, I'll help your family and friends. Anna Babineaux, Guild Mortgage, your friend in the mortgage industry.
Awesome. If you have any questions, go ahead and you can ask them below this link, or you can be able to reach us at
713-907-5365.
or it'll be down there, so you can check it out. So glad you guys joined us. We'll be back next week with a different interview. Peace.